this, a presidential election or a pep rally? It's like something out of Friday Night Lights. Go Panthers! The Obama and the Hillary crowds, they always end up clashing with each other. I think we've seen hope battling change down there. 4 years from now, some of these same people are going to be out here clamoring for change again, just because no matter who wins, they're going to be disappointed. Can we just point out how absurd it is that CNN has this countdown here up here, like it's, you know, we think it was a fucking moon launch or something like that. It's like T-minus 2 hours to bullshit. I think if you look at the stories the way they came out in the news this morning, the big storyline was, well, Edwards is out of the race now, so both of these candidates are going to be competing for his votes. So what's going to happen is, during this debate, both of them are going to put their hands over their heart and pretend that they really care about the poor and that they have this wonderfully beneficent health care plan, because they're going to be making this open appeal for Edwards' voters.
We wish him and Elizabeth well. He's going to be a voice for this party and for this country.
Obama did that in the first 5 seconds of his speech.
I'm very grateful for the extraordinary service of John and Elizabeth Edwards.
Hillary appears to have a small coral snake wrapped around her neck.
There are still 37 million Americans who are living below the poverty line.
So it took Hillary about 90 seconds to start humping Edwards' voters. So the debate's over. It started out with both of them kissing John Edwards' ass. Then they had a mildly testy moment about immigration, followed like an even more mildly testy moment about the war, and then they spent the last 20 or 30 minutes of the debate basically giving each other back rubs. Well, in about 2 minutes, the gang fuck is going to start here. There's about 30 signs here that are being held up, and each one of those signs represents a human being that's going to come spilling out of one of these doors any minute now. Those are interview subjects. They're spinners for one or the other campaign. There are about 500 reporters here on different floors, and they are going to come pouring the fuck through these doors, and they're just going to maul all these poor little kids here who just have no idea what the fuck is about to happen to them. It's going to be really funny. I mean, you can hear anything.
Mark, was there a conscious decision to have such an affable conversation?
You may remember in the previous debate, Senator Obama came out swinging, and we saw him jabbing a little bit this time, but I think you didn't see from him the kind of attacks, and she just stayed very focused on what her mission would be as president.
You think Obama was only jabbing tonight? He wasn't swinging hard?
He tried a few,
roundhouses?
He tried a few things.
I think the Iraq issue, which was particularly important in my area, talking about the overall security issues, was key.
The question about Iraq, she again refused to say that it was a mistake. She wouldn't do it if she had to do it all over again. How is it not a mistake?
I don't think anyone thought that he was going to drop bombs the next day. What people thought is he would continue. Well,
do you think it was a knockout? Do you think it was a TKO?
What I was really hoping tonight is that it would remain civil. If it remained civil and it didn't get into this tit for tat.
First of all, we had a very intelligent debate tonight. One will obviously be the next Democratic nominee for president. So it was a very important debate in terms of being able to compare the two of them close up. What is going to be most relevant, I think, in terms of the distinction between them, is this issue of judgment.
You still feel like you're running an underdog campaign?
Well, anytime your name is Barack Obama and you're running for president, you're the underdog.
What's that about the WWF?
These guys want to see steel cage matches.
Oh, so you don't think it was a cage match?
No, I thought it was a very good discussion on the issues. It was good.
This Super Tuesday, 22 states with primaries.
One of the things that almost everybody here that I talked to said was that this was a civil debate. It seems to me that this was a talking point that both campaigns agreed upon before they sent their spin people out into this room. And I'm sure that that's going to be part of the spin after this debate, that you're going to see that on the networks, people talking about what a civil debate this was, how genial it was, and how friendly it was.